Welcome. There are several practical uses for this knowledge. One of many is that alien spaceships, the saucers, the orbs, the giant ships, they use invisibility, darkness, infinity, nothingness, dimensionless. They use what is known as dark matter, dark energy. They use pure space to travel through time traveling without time. They take out the time, and I've explained that in other videos. These are all, of course, in my own opinions based on the channelings I've received. The second most important information is to use is the ghosts and hauntings and poltergeists, and demons, angels, all these forces beyond us use what is known as nothingness, infinity, dimensionless, timelessness, darkness, invisibility, and infinite light. They use these in the waters. These are the waters of creation. Everything in our universe is also built of waters, of vibrations and energies. Now, there are many seasoned paranormal investigators who have been investigating the spirits for decades, and they may not even know what the spirits they are investigating are made out of. These stanzas tell you this. So now let us move on. The 7 powers, 7 veils, as spoke of in the last video. The one I forgot was gender, and we'll get into the importance of gender in a moment. So now here is a little bit of a glossary. Ensuf, infinite light as pure potential. Ensufur, infinite light as differentiality between potential and divine will. Ein is infinite light. Ein-Suf is infinitesimal light. Ensufur is light in potential. These are the 3 main veils of the Kabbalah tree of life. Now moving into the Ogdoad of ancient Egypt, creation myths. And I would highly advise you to go and watch short videos about the Ogdoad, pronounced in many different ways, and learn about their powers. And here we have Nun and Nunet, sky and water, Kek and Kuket, infinity of space and time, and the darkness, the cloaks, the infinite potential of the mysteries of the Sahidis, which are the East Indian powers given to the Ascended Master, the Mahatras. Amannet, the hidden realm, hiding the supreme powers, the Sahidis. These again are the supernatural powers of the perfected one. The clairvoyance, the mind reading, the astral projection, the many gifts and powers that are given to them by many, many, many lifetimes of practice and experience. Now, stanza is simply a unit of poetry. Dzyen sometimes pronounced Dzyen, is an ancient Tibetan text, supposedly, to meditate upon intuitive knowing. All of these veils are intuitive knowing. That is, you either know it intuitively and understand it intuitively, or you may not. Light, here called Ensuf, is intuitive knowing. Sudden revelation, the knowledge hidden by the veils of the Ein, Ensuf, Ensufer. Again, Ein is first veil, absolute nothing, plenum void. That is the void that is plenum with the principles that are beyond our logical and reason. The Ensuf is the essence of the Ensufer. The transcends all but permeates all, unending and infinite. The plenum void, also called not, that is in the stanzas of Blavatsky. The self-knowledge of the Absolute without ego. Self-realization, one's infinite potential, but knowing nothing. These are the staples, the very foundations of ghosts and all forms of ghosts and spirits, and the technology used by alien beings. So again, we saw this image the other day that I videotaped. And again, this is an expression of verse 2 of stanza 1, and it is, time was not, but it lay asleep in the infinite bosom of duration, slumbered in duration for 7 eternities, or 7 turning cycles of the infinite. These are very abstract Hindu forms of understanding. Circles of 7 times of eternity. Now, another way of exploring and understanding all of this is to see it this way in this series. Here we have the pyramid, and we have the 8 Ogdoad making a pyramid. In ancient times it was known as the Ben Mound, from which all creation stemmed. When we see these as couples, and they are couples, they are 4. They are hermaphrodite, both male and female. And from this pyramid stems forth the lotus of Tapa and Ra, Amun-Ra, and other creation deities. That's my beautiful lotus flower there. I can't draw worth nothing. Okay, now holding that, we can see, oh, there's nothing there, no base. These was known as Maya, the illusion. It is darkness, invisibility, infinity, and all these veils that I just spoke of are now seen as 4 bands, 4 rings of light. Now, these are the 4 that were developed when the pairs of the Ogdoad are paired together. Instead of 8, they now become 4. There's 4 of them now. Now, and these emanate and stem to create the waters of existence. The next veil shown here is, the next way of looking at it is, again, the base, which has nothing, known as nothing, is the hidden, the invisible, the darkness, the Maya of illusion. These create the waters of creation. Another way of looking at this is to see, again, not endlessness, insuffer, infinity, darkness, invisibility, and as all of the ancient teachings of all the Eastern countries and those being taught now, the foundations of the universe are built on nothingness. Even science is discovering this. So the universe, the aliens, their spaceships, their technologies, the ghosts and entities, all stem from this. Without this knowledge, you will never understand the ghost or the haunting. You will never understand the technologies of the aliens. And you will never understand the foundations of the universe. That's how important this is if you're going into these investigations. Finally, if we look from the bird's eye view, we have what is known as the solar cross. 4 directions, 4 quarters. This is the insuffer, infinite light, infinite space, infinite waters, infinite directions. So I hope this has all helped you very much. And as we continue into many, many more of the illustrations to come concerning the stanzas of Dzyen, then you will understand more and more as we keep going. You will need this video as the prior one to watch in time and study. Thank you very much.